Righty-o, welcome everybody to OzSide of Football, your number one football destination with an Australian twist. I am one of your two hosts, Jaden Blanco here. Beside me is the great Harry Falke.
Welcome. I'm happy to be here.
Always happy as usual, mate. Always happy.
Yeah.
Now, today what we're going to go through is the weekly transfers. So, the biggest transfers to go through this week, and then also the biggest rumours to go on this week. But Falke, the biggest one we need to talk about, Jadon Sancho to Man United, mate.
Yeah, huge.
Massive transfer.
Yeah, it changes the whole Premier League demographic in terms of the transfer window as well.
Oh, 100%.
I find it interesting that they've signed Sancho with players like Martial and Rashford there.
Mm-hmm.
But also it doesn't surprise me.
No.
Sancho's stats for the past 3 seasons are I think only Messi's had better in the top 5 leagues. So
yeah, no, absolutely crazy.
Huge numbers.
So it's a confirmed deal now at the time that we're recording this video, subject to medical, but that's probably obviously going to go through after the Euros. It's a 90 million euro fee. That's with add-ons. So all up, it's going to be 90 mil.
Yeah.
Contract till 2026. And I think around 11 mil of that is going to be sent to Man City, who Sancho obviously came from, which is interesting. I saw on Twitter he deleted all of his Man City tweets.
Yeah.
So that's all gone.
I think that's one of the most interesting parts is, I think there's a bittersweet relationship with City there from Jadon Sancho.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, he left City to get playtime, but it's not like he left City to go to a championship club. He left to go to the second best club in Germany.
Yeah.
So it was clear that he was always capable, and it kind of does not shock me he's gone to United.
No, it doesn't shock me at all.
But on the fee point of view, I feel like Dortmund aren't too happy with this fee. But due to COVID, no club's forking out what originally was wanted, which I think was a crazy amount, would have been the transfer breaking record.
I think last season his price was, 120 odd?
Yeah.
Something like that. And that's ridiculous, especially in a COVID window. There's no way anyone, even Man City, there's no way anyone's paying 120 mil for a player, especially last season's window. Not a chance.
Yeah.
Even 90 mil.
Yeah.
90 mil is a lot of money in this current market.
Yeah, exactly. Especially with COVID. But I think it'll be interesting because now that City have lost the race for Sancho, same with Chelsea, do they go for Kane and Haaland?
Do Chelsea go for Haaland and do City go for Kane?
Yeah. Do they fork out big cash?
I don't think Chelsea go for Haaland, but I definitely think City go for Kane this window.
Yeah.
100%.
I saw United were rumoured to Kane, but I feel like City would get there before they would at this point in time. City have more of a need for a striker.
100%.
And I feel like also I've heard Varane is on his way to United.
That is another one we will talk about after we talk about Sancho. But I first want to go over a couple of Sancho stats over the past 2 seasons. So in the league, this season, 26 league appearances. Obviously, he was injured at the start of the season. So in those 26 league appearances, 8 goals, 11 assists. And in the Champions Leagues, 2 goals, 3 assists, and 6 appearances. Compare that to last season, 32 league appearances, 17 goals, 16 assists in the league. And then in the Champions League, 2 goals, 2 assists off of 8 appearances. So obviously, even this season being a slump, that is still crazy stats for a wide player.
Yeah, well, Dortmund had a slump as a whole.
Yeah.
This season, they didn't have a great season at all. But those stats, like I said, over the past 3 years, only Messi's had more goals and assist output than him in the top 5 leagues, which is nuts for how young he is in a country that's not his home nation.
Mm-hmm.
So, I feel like United have got, arguably, I don't see a better signing this window happening.
I don't see a better signing this window happening either, unless Harry Kane goes to City.
Yeah, or Haaland moves.
Yeah, Harry Kane goes to City, and you're putting the top goal scorer and the top assist from the Premier League last season into the champions of the Premier League.
Yeah,
that's the only move I see better than this.
Yeah,
because realistically, what Sancho brings, he's explosive. Obviously, we know he's quick. We know he's a good dribbler, and we know he's a great passer of the ball. So realistically, you're bringing that attacking front to Man United's wing, which I would argue that they needed. Because you look at Dan James, and he was great for a month.
Yeah,
and then nothing from him.
Dan James is very overhyped.
Oh, he's quick as hell, but once you get past
means nothing.
Means nothing. Means absolutely nothing
when he can't control the ball.
No, 100%. And that's what Sancho brings you. I would argue he's not as quick as Dan James, but he can control the ball better. He can pass the ball better. Technically, a much better footballer than Dan James. And I think with him and Rashford on the left and right wing, with Bruno Fernandes in the middle, with
I feel like Cavani
up front with them, with them three behind Cavani.
It's on.
Because even though Cavani's 34, he's still an elite striker. Yeah, he's an elite striker. And
also, United having Pogba is like Pogba's such an attacking box to box.
Yeah,
like Pogba's attacking, like as we see him with France every single time he plays for France. His attacking outlet is actually crazy.
100%.
And then obviously you have players like Fred and McTominay that can hold that midfield down behind him.
100%.
Like obviously great fullback like Luke Shaw in there as well that can have a bit of attacking output.
One thing that sort of is a con, I guess, would be the word against Sancho is his defensive liability. But I think that will be amended because of Aaron Wan-Bissaka.
Yeah, because one of the best tacklers in the league,
100%.
If not the best.
Yeah, because even if Sancho is not that player that's going to run up and down the wings, attacking, defending, you still have because they sort of complement each other. Wan-Bissaka won't push.
Yeah,
like he won't bomb up and down the wing to attack.
He sits. He sits. When he plays for United, he sits a lot more.
Yeah, and I think that'll complement Jadon Sancho a lot more because he doesn't have to think about coming back and defending because he's got the best tackler. Best right back who can tackle in the Premier League. So I think
completely agree.
I think for United, this I don't know. I don't know if this I feel like if City don't make the Kane move, United are title challengers.
Yeah, for sure.
100%. With just one transfer, this is a big transfer and something that has been talked about for years now, the past 2 seasons.
And also, if you put like speaking of United being title challengers, if you put Varane into that back line with Wan-Bissaka, Shaw, and Maguire, personally, I think Maguire over Bailly. Mm-hmm. And obviously, Bailly and Lindelof can play the cup games. But Henderson, I believe, will most probably be starting in the sticks. Yeah, I'm not too sure about De Gea, but I feel like Henderson will be starting, and that starting 11 is seriously dangerous.
Serious.
Play that Martial to come off the bench.
Yeah, that is serious. Oh, we'll start. We'll go and move on to Varane as a rumor. What do we think of the Varane partnership with Maguire? Because obviously, I see Maguire more as just a big bloke
wall,
a wall.
Yeah,
and I feel like Varane is going to be more that sort of ball-playing defender, someone who can bring it out of defense, ping balls out of defense, that sort of guy.
Yeah, I feel like the Varane transfer makes sense.
Yeah.
With United, it's always seemed like Bailly's, like Lindelof doesn't seem to match Maguire.
No.
But Bailly seems to match with Maguire a bit, and Bailly comes from Spanish football as well. And with Varane, you bring in, UCL winner, La Liga winner, World Cup winner.
Yep.
Like somebody that knows how to win a title, win everything. He's won everything.
Yeah.
So
I feel like no one talks about Varane though.
Yeah.
Like when people talk about Real Madrid won this many Champions Leagues or France won the World Cup, like no one talks about Varane being the starting centre back for both teams.
Yeah.
No one talks about him. I would argue he's one of the most underrated centre backs in the world.
Yeah, definitely.
And I think
I think people are surprised at how long he's been in Madrid too. He's been there since like 2011, 2010.
Yeah, he's been there a long time.
The whole time next to Ramos.
Yeah.
And speaking of Ramos, should we speak about some free agents?
Ramos to PSG apparently is what's happening.
Yeah. PSG seem to be making moves. Wijnaldum, obviously the first confirmed.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
I feel like that's a huge signing.
Oh, yeah.
PSG.
Especially in a league like League One. Wijnaldum in that league, he'll do very, very well there.
Yeah, you look at players like Rafinha that are going there and just like arguably above the rest of the crop.
Yeah.
But obviously Donnarumma as well.
Yeah. Which is big.
Donnarumma looks to be the go. And I
Achraf
feel like
Hakimi as well.
Yeah. Who, if you watch Serie A last year, was one of the best in the league. by a mile.
Oh yeah. He is yeah.
It's proper rapid, can defend and attack. He is a great wing back to have. Right mid / right back. So
yeah. As well, especially because he started off on the wing.
Yeah.
And then he added defense to this game. Yeah.
And I feel like PSG are adding a properly building towards a UCL title.
Mm-hmm.
But they're also coming off a league a titleless season.
Yeah.
Which
they
is
didn't win the league.
Yeah. Yeah, little win in the league and obviously losing out in the Champions League.
Yep, 100%. Well, I feel like it's now or never type of thing.
Yeah,
because with Mbappe's contract expiring, it looks like he's going to leave. Either he's not going to sign the contract, or they're going to have to sell him to get some money for him.
Yeah.
So it's
like Di Maria.
Yeah, 33, 34 soon.
Yeah.
So it's now or never for PSG to do something.
Yeah.
And they're definitely putting the right pieces in place.
Yeah, well, if you think about it, what you have now is you have Neymar and Mbappe.
Yep.
Di Maria as well.
Yep.
You have Wijnaldum in that midfield with Verratti. Danilo Pereira behind them, who can also play at centre back.
Yeah.
Marquinhos and Kimpembe.
And then you add Ramos.
Yeah. A possible Ramos. Hakimi. And I think with a Hakimi, they could possibly, whether he plays at right back or they go to a 3-back.
Hakimi can play left back as well.
Yeah. He can play, he can play anywhere in the field to defense.
Yeah.
Even on the right wing.
Yeah.
And if they bring in Ramos, that would be massive. And then Donnarumma and Navas to rotate.
That's crazy.
2 world-class goalkeepers.
Yeah. I feel
but I feel like Donnarumma would start.
Oh, 100%. Donnarumma starts for any team in the world, maybe bar Atletico Madrid.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah,
definitely.
I completely agree. And other free agents that I've looked at.
Yep.
Jerome Boateng, now a free agent.
Is he linked? Who's he linked with?
No one. No one's really
He's
coming out.
He's just a free agent, is he?
Yeah, free agent. A few Premier League clubs have looked at him. Obviously, Messi, best player in the world.
Yeah, no longer contracted to Barcelona.
Yeah, and I feel like I spoke about it earlier with a family member. That's real smart from Messi because it takes Barcelona out of the situation if other clubs approach him.
Yep.
If he feels like he wants to give Premier League a shout, if he wants to go to Serie A, if he wants to go to America, whatever he wants to do, Barcelona don't have to say in the conversation. I feel like he'll stay at Barca.
I also feel like he'll stay.
For one reason, Aguero signing, best of mates, and I feel like Aguero wouldn't sign
if Messi wasn't there.
Yeah,
100%.
If Messi wasn't there.
Yeah.
So, that's an interesting situation.
Yeah.
Another few interesting ones that are a free agent is players like Van Aanholt for Premier League clubs.
Oh, the whole Crystal Palace squad as a whole. And we'll do a video talking about Crystal Palace independently, but just to quickly touch on it all. They have something like 15 players out of contract.
Yeah.
And
it's crazy.
And that is a lot. That reminds me of, do you remember a couple of years ago when Hull had 11 players?
Yeah.
It reminds me of that kind of situation where you literally have all these guys on expired contracts, and what are you going to do? You physically and financially cannot buy 15 players.
Yeah.
You can't.
Hull's got some good players there, though, that haven't left.
Yeah. Well, they have their key pieces still there. So Zaha, I like Jordan. I like Ayew. I think he's a good player.
Yeah. Even Benteke, man. Benteke's
resurgence
actually come quite good as a hold-up striker.
Yeah, but it's just you can't have 15 players out of contract.
Yeah.
You just can't.
Whilst we're in the Premier League, we should talk about some of our favourite signings to the Premier League. I know you've got a few.
I've got a few. Do you want to start with your one?
Yeah. My favourite Premier League signing
so far
would have to be Emiliano Buendia to Aston Villa.
Big move.
By far. These are just his stats for Norwich.
Yep.
Bear in mind, come from Spain, Argentina, into England. He has 121 games for Norwich, 24 goals and 42 assists. That is
massive.
Crazy output. That means once in every 2 games, he's putting a goal or assist on the board for Norwich.
Yeah.
For me, that's ridiculous considering he played a whole season in the Premier League.
And considering he played a lot of that from the wing.
Yeah, and he played from the wing. He still does. But I feel like him going to Villa with Ashley Young as well. I feel like Ashley Young's actually quite a good signing. I remember growing up, Ashley Young was playing for Villa.
He'll be a good person in the dressing room and a good utility player.
Yeah, 110%. But if you look at Villa now, you have Ollie Watkins. Obviously, one of the best players in the league is Jack Grealish.
Yep.
John McGinn, Bertrand Traore. Obviously now Buendia in the mix.
Yep.
I feel like Ross Barkley may sign permanently there. Douglas Luiz in the midfield as well.
I like him a lot.
Yeah, and Ezri Konsa, Tyrone Mings at the back, and Matty Cash at right back. And at left back, I can't remember.
Matt Target.
Yeah, so they're building like a real... And Martinez in goal.
That is, yeah.
So they're really building towards it like a really strong outfit.
Yeah, I feel like Villa might move Buendia midfield.
Yeah, I feel like central for sure.
I feel like they'll move him in like a 10 role with Grealish playing off of the left. My only thing with that move is who I feel like both players will want to have the ball, like Grealish and Buendia. So how do you... I feel like Villa will make Grealish, if he stays, their number one as in terms of like playing the ball through to him. So how does Buendia adapt to being the main guy at Norwich to being like the second guy at a Villa side? That'll be interesting.
I completely agree. And it made me think when he signed for Villa, was this a sign of ambition and keeping Grealish, or was it Grealish is
leaving?
Yeah. That's what I'm torn up. But then when Ashley Young signed, I'm like, oh, I think they're actually building something here. I feel like they want to be building something. Yeah.
But $100 million for Grealish is...
You'd have to take it.
You'd have to take it.
Point. Yeah,
it's a lot of money.
Especially in this market.
Oh, yeah, 100%.
But that's if it gets brought in, man. That's just rumours. We're not...
Yeah. We'll talk about confirms right now.
Yeah.
And Buendia is a massive signing for Villa.
Yeah, Buendia is just a straight baller.
Oh, 100%. 100%. Even in the Premier League that season they got relegated, he was the standout player for Villa.
Yeah,
for Norwich.
Everyone thought it was Pookie Party, but come end of the season, everyone goes, that Buendia and Max Aarons.
Yeah.
Everyone agreed.
Oh, 100%. My one that I really like the confirmed deal so far is Patson Daka to Leicester.
Yep.
Signed for 23 mil, 5-year deal. He's a signing that I really, really like. And I play a lot of Football Manager, so that made me smile when I saw he got a Football Manager type move in real life. So I was very happy to see him. Well, obviously not, because Leicester are just going to get so much stronger because he's there. But one thing I want to sort of pose and one question I want to ask is, where does this leave Vardy and Iheanacho now that he's there? Because you could look at Leicester and arguably you have 3 strikers that could be a starting Premier League striker. All 3 of them.
I completely agree. I think they'll play 2 up top.
Yep.
And I think Harvey Barnes and James Maddison in behind them as well. And then you have Tielemans and Ndidi.
So they're playing like a Christmas tree.
Somewhat, yeah. Or they play a 4-2-2-2. Maybe Harvey Barnes and Maddison play to the left. Or they only play 2 up top and Maddison plays in behind them and they play 3 in the midfield. It's hard to see what they'll play. But I think also this signing, like we've already discussed earlier, does Iheanacho stay or go, or is it a sign of, hey, we're going to play Europe and we're going to rotate?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because think about it. If you're Leicester and you can't afford to buy the squads like your Chelsea's have, or your Man City's have, or your Man United's have, you're gonna need strong players from like both 11s need to be strong. Because you could have a big game against Bayern Munich away during the week, and then you come into the weekend and you got Liverpool at home. Yeah. And how do you rotate that squad if you've just got Vardy and Iheanacho as your 2 strikers?
Completely agree.
Vardy's getting older, and Iheanacho, while good at some points during the season, but
that's the thing. Vardy is getting older, so come a few years, Patson Daka will still be there.
Oh, 100%.
And like we've seen, obviously in recent times, Salzburg strikers turn out to be the goods.
They do. They really do.
Yeah, like they do. So, I think it's a great signing. I think it's like I said, same with Buendia to Villa. It's a sign of intent.
Oh, 100%.
Sign of proper intent to challenge this top 6. I'm an Arsenal fan, and Tottenham. Like we're both not top 6 quality clubs at the moment.
No. Well, even for 23 million as well. 23 million to get a striker of that quality, given he was playing in the Austrian Bundesliga, but he is a baller. Just a couple stats from him. In 28 league appearances, 27 goals and 7 assists. So this season, he's on around about 72 minutes per goal in the Austrian Bundesliga.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
Yeah. And then in Europe, 2 goals, 3 assists in Europe.
Yeah.
So for me, it's going to be how he's going to adapt to the Prem more than anything. Because he's coming from the Austrian Bundesliga.
Yeah.
I feel like you put Iheanacho in the Austrian Bundesliga, he does very well.
Yeah.
But I also highly rate Patson Daka and what he does. He brings pace to that attack, and I feel like since Vardy is aging, he was that guy that you can feed balls in behind defense, and then Vardy will just chase all day. And since he's getting older, he can't do that all the time.
Yeah, no, I completely agree. But I feel like Patson Daka, you remember, like while Salzburg dominates the Austrian Bundesliga, they don't have the greatest quality feeding balls.
No.
Now he's got Tielemans, James Maddison, Harvey Barnes, players off the bench like a Jose Perez, Dennis Pratt. Like these players will put it on a platter for you. You've just got to finish.
That's what I was going to say as well. He's playing with better players now.
Yeah, and James Maddison and Harvey Barnes, like last year, they were crazy good.
Yeah. I would say Harvey Barnes was better. James Maddison sort of tailed off near the end of the season, but still both players that, with a Patson Daka up front, with the pace that he has, he's not small either. Like he's a tall, he's not a unit, but he's a physical presence, especially with that pace and with that height that he does have. He's going to be very dangerous. I just hope that he doesn't turn out to be another Timo Werner. Because you look at
but I'm telling you, Timo's coming good, man.
Is he? Is he coming good? Is he?
He gets in all the positions. He's always in the position.
He does.
Once that finishing's down pat, my God.
Yeah.
He will be a monster.
Yeah.
He will be an absolute monster. Speaking of strikers in the Premier League signing, Milo Rashica for Norwich.
Oh, yes. That's an interesting one. The reason I like that move is because it shows Norwich aren't here to just be here. I feel like Norwich are a club that they're a bouncing castle is what I like to call them. They go up and then they go down. Like just season on season, they just keep doing that. And I feel like with this signing, I feel like they want to stay here. I feel like the signings that they've made previously, it's kind of just like, we have the Prem money, let's get a couple of random pieces here and there that sort of fill what we need, rather than spending money wisely and bringing in quality. And I think that's the main thing that they did here with this Rashica signing, is they brought in quality rather than just like chuck in. They got, how much was the Buendia move? Like 50 mil, 40 mil?
Yeah, Buendia was 40, I believe.
40, yeah. So rather than just going, all right, we got 40 mil, let's spunk 10 million on 4 players each.
Yeah.
Like they brought in quality. And I think that the good thing about Rashica is that he's versatile. So for Werder Bremen, he played not only up top, he played on either wing, and then he can also play in like a 10. So more centrally. And
they got him fairly cheap as well, because he's coming off really outside.
Yeah, very, very cheap. They got him from. Yeah. And I don't know, if people think that signing from a relegated Bundesliga side is a bad move, then I feel like you're just going to have to wait and see what he does for Norwich. I may be completely wrong. Like, I may be overhyping him way too much. But I think, especially with the squad that Norwich has and the money that they have, they need players who are versatile. So if Timu Pukki is not banging in the goals like he did that first Premier League season,
or Cantwell not providing,
or Cantwell's not doing anything right, exactly, then you have a Rashica that can play on either wing or can play up top. And he's just that versatile signing that they need, because keep in mind, Premier League, 38 game season, and then you have the other cups involved. And while Norwich may not go far in those cups, you got to think about their squad. Their squad is...
But they still put in 10 into those cups, because it can bring in a lot of money for those clubs.
Yeah, exactly. So I think that this is a very smart signing, obviously done on the cheap, so that's even better. And you still have that Buendia money to then go and buy more Rashicas, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Players that no one's looking at because they're from relegated sides or they play in leagues that no one's looking at. Yeah. And players that are versatile, very technically savvy, and players who are ready for that step up. So I think the Rashica deal is a very, very, very good move. We'll quickly go over a couple more rumors as time winds down. In what do we call it? This Transfer Weekly. I don't know. Maybe we'll come up with a better name. Nate, give me one rumor that you want to talk about. Give me one that you really want to discuss.
This is Fiorentina, obviously. So I'm an Italian boy, half Italian, but Locatelli to Arsenal, man.
Yeah. Tell me.
Yeah, Locatelli to Arsenal is an interesting one. Because if Locatelli... I've heard that Locatelli doesn't want to go to Juve. Because in Italy, if you're from a smaller club and you go to Juve, you're like frowned upon.
Right.
I'm a Fiorentina fan. I know better than any other club. We produce players every 2 seasons, and they go to Juve. Federico Chiesa and Bernardeschi, too. Yeah. Quadrado, 3 off the top of my head. Right? Locatelli, if he does go to Arsenal, means Xhaka moves as well.
Yeah.
But with Locatelli, he was great during the Serie A. Sassuolo had a great season with him and Berardi. Yeah. But I feel like I do see him going to Arsenal. And from Arsenal's point of view, we need it. We really need it.
Oh, God, yeah.
To strengthen our midfield.
Yeah.
Our attack won't be the problem if the midfield can actually hold itself.
Mm-hmm.
Or he stays. But personally, I don't see him going to Juve.
I don't see him staying this season.
Yeah, well, it just depends. Like we've said with Villa and other clubs, like it's about the intent. If they want to keep pushing forward, they've got a decent team there at Sassuolo. So they've got Jeremy Boga, if you know who that is, or Boga.
Oh yeah.
Ivorian boy. They've also got Jeremy Toyan and like just other great players in there. So I feel like he could stay, but I think Arsenal are going to get him. I hope they do, as an Arsenal fan as well.
Yeah,
but it'd be crazy.
I think someone like Locatelli brings out the best in Partey as well, because Partey didn't have the best of seasons. Struggled with injury and played out of position. Was told to do a job that wasn't his job, or he's not suitable doing that job. I feel like you have them two in the midfield, Locatelli and Partey, and you have 2 anchors in that midfield that push your side forward. I feel like a lot of Arsenal fans, and correct me if I'm wrong, last season I don't think the defense was the problem. I think the problem was going forward and not only scoring goals but creating chances to score those goals. And if
midfield's just properly just like dominated ours.
Yeah.
Like our defense, whilst it was leaky and all over the place at times, it wasn't necessarily the key problem.
No.
So I feel like, and with Locatelli, if anyone watches Serie A that's listening, Locatelli is by position a defensive midfielder, but like he's box to box on his day as well. As we've seen in the Euros, with Jorginho playing next to him, he's been a bit more freedom to push forward, and he's had a goal, 2 goals against Switzerland. So he can push forward, and if he does sign for Arsenal, it'll be interesting to see if Arsenal play him and Partey next to each other or one a bit further forward than the other.
I feel like it'll be Locatelli. If it does, for me, the way I see it is Locatelli sitting and Partey being given that license to push forward, because I feel like that's where he's more comfortable playing. Yeah. Like having that freedom to go forward and join the attack. I feel like that's what he likes to do more.
Yeah. And whilst we've got an Everton and Arsenal fan here, we've got to talk about Ben White.
Oh, yeah, I was just going to get to that. We have to talk about Ben White. So the current rumours. So originally it was looked as Arsenal is going to sign him for 50 mil. Now it's being pushed to where it's
never
Everton
worth 50 million.
No, God no. Now it's looking like Everton are put forward an initial 20 million, like as a fee, like right now, and then 30 million in installments. So meaning that his fee will eventually rise to 50 million. My problem with this, as an Everton fan, and I feel like it's your problem as well as an Arsenal fan, we don't need a centre-back.
No. The thing is, Arsenal can do with a centre-back.
Yeah. But
not like, I don't see Ben White as fixing it.
No. I don't think Ben White is any more of a improvement on, say, a William Saliba, who hasn't even had an opportunity to play for Arsenal.
I heard what people don't know about Saliba is he had a parent die before the season.
Yeah, so and he wanted to, obviously move back home.
Yeah, and they didn't let him for a while, and then they let him go. And once he got there, he played like out of his skin.
Brilliant.
But like, bring him back, and like when he's comfortable to come back, he has to play.
Yeah,
has to play. Like he's proper. He's next thing for us. I feel like we could do with a defender, but I feel like Ben White maybe not the answer. There's players like Umtiti and Ramos on the market.
Yeah.
That's who Arsenal should be going for. With all due respect to Ben White, he's obviously
he's a great player. He's a quality player, but it's the English tax. It's because he's English.
Yeah.
That's why he's worth 50 million.
Player of Ben White quality is not worth 50 million if they're Saudi Arabian.
Oh god, no. Or even if they're Argentinian, no. There's no chance. The reason I think Arsenal are interested in him is because I feel like maybe Arteta wants to go to a 3 at the back. 3 centre backs. Have Gabriel, Ben White, Saliba.
Yeah.
And I think that's a system that Ben White suits as well. He's obviously playing in that. He would be playing in that system for England right now at the Euros. And I think that's a system that he suits. But you also have Mavropanos, promising young centre-back.
Yeah, I think he might be staying at Stuttgart, I've heard.
Is he? Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Stuttgart come off a great season.
But then you've also got Rob Holding and you have Callum Chambers.
Yeah, I see Holding playing in the middle of a back 3, or I actually see Holding playing for Arsenal a lot more. But I don't think you win a Premier League with Holding next to Saliba.
No, I don't think you. I think you might win a Carabao Cup.
Yeah, I don't want it. I don't want it, bro.
Yeah, but it's just I don't know.
Clubs since I was a kid. I've just seen FA Cups.
It's a move that I think is smart for Arsenal, but 50 million is a lot of money.
Yeah.
Yeah, from an Everton perspective. He's English. That's literally all it is.
Yeah, saying that with Maguire, you can say what you want about him, whether he's 50 million or not, but God, he has improved the United defence and he has improved the English defence so much.
He has. He definitely has.
Yeah.
But 80 mil is still ridiculous. But still.
If Maguire's worth 80, then maybe Ben White is worth 50, but Maguire was never worth 80.
Nah. From an Everton perspective, this move...
You bring in Ramos for 50 to 80 million. You
pay him 50 to 80 million.
Yeah, you bring in like world-class centre-backs with all due respect to Brighton.
Yeah.
And Ben White. Not world-class quite yet.
No, not yet. Maybe if they join, but I don't know.
Speaking of Premier League, some interesting...
I was going to talk about Everton. The Everton perspective on this. Just real quickly. We don't need a centre-back. We have...
Yeah, Yerry Mina and Michael Keane.
Michael Keane, Holgate, Ben Godfrey. Jared Branthwaite, who's a very, very, very good centre-back, who's young. And you add Ben White to that. And we play a 2 at the back. And it doesn't make sense as to why he's being linked. The only thing I can see here is potentially moving out Mason Holgate, which I wouldn't be opposed to. I think that he's a good defender on his day, but it's just he hasn't developed
into the... through with the Stones hype.
Yeah.
He was after Stones and he got all the hype as well.
Yeah, and I don't know. He's good on his day, it just hasn't really worked. And I think that Yerry Mina is on an expiring contract. So the club has a decision to make in whether or not they offer him a new contract or they sell him for a fee. I want Yerry Mina to stay. He's having a fantastic Copa America. He was our best defender last year. Besides Ben Godfrey, he was our best defender. And I think you add... The only reason I don't want Ben White is because 1, it's 50 million, and 2, because adding Ben White either stops the development of Ben Godfrey or completely erases him out of the team. And I think Ben Godfrey is a future Everton captain. Should he stay? He's amazing.
Or if they do bring Ben White in, do they go Godfrey and Ben White?
That's what I'm thinking.
And Yerry Mina leaves and Michael Keane is
as a third choice.
Yeah, third choice if there's an Eagle or whatever. Or
exactly.
Cup games. Michael Keane's a great third choice.
Yeah, I would say he's a good third choice as well. It's just, I don't know. I really like Yerry Mina. I think he brings a lot to the team and to the squad as well in terms of just a figure in the dressing room. So, I don't know. 50 mil for Ben White when we need other positions other than centre-back is just... And I think that's the same with Arsenal. 50 mil on Ben White when you need a right-back, a midfielder, and an attacking midfielder.
Well, I think Arsenal have signed a right back in Nuno Tavares, I believe.
He's a left back.
Oh, see. We signed Kieran Tierney on a 5-year deal, and we signed another left back. I love this club.
All right, we'll do your last one. What is your last one that you wanted to talk about?
Rumours or confirmed?
Rumours. We'll do one more
rumours. I actually really like this one. Junior Firpo to Leeds.
Oh, baby.
Leeds. I think Alioski's moving on.
Fucking Leeds.
Yeah, I think Alioski's moving on, and Junior Firpo, Barcelona boy, Real Betis. I feel like if he was to go to Marcelo Bielsa, my God, would be fun watching Leeds on that left side with Jack Harrison.
Yeah. My thing will be how quick can he adapt to the way that Leeds play? Because statistically wise, they ran the most out of any Premier League club last season, and it wasn't even close.
Yeah.
Like, they are nuts.
It's Bielsa ball.
Like the Bielsa ball. Yeah, exactly. And it's going to be interesting, especially coming from Spain, Barcelona, and Real Betis. Like, how well would he, if it was to be confirmed, how well would he adapt to not only the physicality of the Premier League, but how hard he's going to have to work under Marcelo Bielsa? Honestly,
it remains to be seen. Once he gets there, if you go to a club like Barcelona, you're going to have an idea of hard work because no man besides Lionel Messi is guaranteed in that team sheet every week.
Yeah.
But I feel like Marcelo Bielsa knows how to work with players and he knows how to get them to buy into what he's going with.
That whole Leeds squad is locked into Bielsa ball.
Yeah,
the whole squad.
I feel like someone like Junior Firpo, like I said, shows intent.
Yep.
First of all, Leeds coming off a great season. If they keep Calvin Phillips, if they keep other players like Jack Harrison, Bamford, Rodrigo, and that's the other thing. There is Rodrigo there that can, help Firpo with that. Rodrigo came straight from Valencia for the past few years, so there's no reason why Junior Firpo couldn't either. And they need strengthening in defence because that was their downfall.
Yeah.
Their downfall. Their defense, midfield and attack was completely fine.
Yep, 100%. Well, I think that's gonna wrap it up for this first little transfer weekly.
Yeah, beauty.
It was a good one. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you guys did, make sure you smash the like button. It'll help us out a bunch. Comment down below. Is there any rumors we missed out on? There is. If there's a favorite one of yours that we missed out on, leave it in the comment section down below. That or confirmed. Let us know your thoughts and opinions on all the movies in the football world this week. Smack that subscribe button so that you don't miss out on another one of the OzSide football videos. Not only this transfer stuff, but the podcast will be coming as well. Harry, do you have any last words for the people at home?
I would like to say one last word. Nico Gonzalez to Fiorentina will be one of the greatest signings of the season. You've heard it here first. Will be one of the greatest signings. Fiorentina are winning the league, whether you like it or not. We've got our manager, so we're winning the league. And that's all. Please like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. And we'll be back with a Euro preview.
Hellos and welcome indeed.
Yeah, hellos and welcome indeed. Thank you for watching.
Me and Lil J, we Scotty MJ. Passing the rock, we're hitting the fade. Pull up in a whip with 21 bays. Here come the bastards, 21 days. Gun you, boy, I know he's a waste. Baby, I know that you want a little taste. I know you want all the bass in your face. Brand new bag and brand new nails. Me and Lil J, we Scotty MJ. Passing the rock, we're hitting the fade. Pull up in a whip with 21 bays. Here come the bastards, 21 days.